Buddy, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mysticraven, and today I am announcing I am canceling my subscription with Daybreak Games. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I've been playing the last 4 months, DCUO, along with a couple of their other products, just poking in and out with their all-access membership, which is a good deal. I'm just going to say that for the record. They're all access. If you have a PC or a PC gamer, their all access membership is a great deal. It's well worth the money. I, however, am canceling my subscription due to the announcement of 70 employees laid off before Christmas. I literally can't log in with a clear conscience, right? And let me put this out for the record. I understand that they had to make a decision. I understand that. I get that from a business perspective. I do. I honestly do. Okay? So I'm not, condemning the company for having to make a hard decision. The timing in which they executed this decision was not acceptable in my eyes. It's like if you knew it was this bad, why'd you wait up until almost 2 weeks before Christmas to do this? Why? When the gaming industry is going so bad with publicity lately, you execute an order from the biggest holiday season of the year. We're talking about Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, so many holidays around this time of year. And you lay off 70 employees. It's like, could you have waited till after? Could you have done it a month before? You waited till then. Now, some people might say, well, Mystic, it's just a day. And if that's your thought, that's fine. But these are men and women who I can pretty much almost guess have families. And how can I consciously support a company who's not supporting at least the best interests of their staff, even if they have to make this decision to say, we should have done it before, we should have waited till after the holidays. And it's those type of, incidences where we really, as gamers, we get pissed at corporations. It's not that we're pissed about the business models or the business decisions that have to be made. That's irrelevant, because we know you have to make money to justify the expense. But it's not taking into consideration timing. You know what I'm saying? Timing is relative. You know what I'm saying? And how you're viewed in the public eyes. Right? Had you said, we're going through this rough transition, we're going to be laying off 70 people in our company after the holidays, that would have went over a lot smoother. But instead, you pink slipped them last week, 2 weeks before the holiday season, before the holidays. I mean, that's a lot. And I understand there's probably severance pays, and of course, some of them will get a decent unemployment, but it's just a thought, man. I honestly, I can't sit, it doesn't sit well with me to, when I take a look at companies and knowing that they don't take into first off, I'm really mad that the company didn't take into perspective, what their products were doing when they, took over for SOE. They should have had a business plan from the start. Instead, they just kept putting eggs in baskets, all eggs in one basket, and not, expanding upon their business strategy. How to increase revenue for the existing products, or to transfer said team to new potential products and market, and try to at least market their products. They're not even marketing their products effectively. So, and to me, that's a crime because DCUO plays really well. PlanetSide 2 plays really well. They had, like I said, have they converted the all access to console platform, they'd be sitting a lot better than just, paying a flat fee for one product or reduce the product cost for said consoles because they didn't have they didn't have all access available. They didn't think strategically. They didn't think economically. And for that, can I go ahead and ridicule them for making the decision to fire 70 employees? Absolutely. Absolutely. Based on no statistical facts alone. It's like here's the thing that gets me. When I was in business, and this was long time ago, when I worked in an office and behind a desk and all of this, I literally said, it doesn't matter if what your degree or your pedicure or, your papers say. I don't give a shit if you graduated from Harvard University. The only thing at the end of a business day is one thing: results. I could pick up Joe Smo from a corner of a street, and if he's going to outperform you, who have the highest degree in the country, I'll take that Mo over you every day of the week if he gets me results. Sometimes we rely too much on a fancy piece of paper. Sometimes we rely too much on it. And at the end of the day, I'll tell you, I've beaten out some of the most highest qualifying individuals. Cal, morning, what's up? We'll see if we can get a Q or two. It is early. It's a weekday. So, I don't anticipate it. But I was like, typically I would be running into my, be doing my friggin', what is it? DCUO today. Now, I do have a business call coming up anytime, actually, so I might have to end the stream abruptly. So I have a business call, and it's at, of course, their timetable, not mine. I just have to be accommodating and, just be like, yeah, I got to take this call. But needless to say, I am really upset with the gaming industries and their shortcutting, not taking the products seriously, not taking their consumers serious. Let's rephrase that. They're not taking their consumers serious. Okay, it's a new day and age of gaming, ladies and gentlemen. It is a new day and age of gaming and in the market. And if you don't understand your consumers and you don't understand the accessibility and the cost production, you're going to suffer the consequences in this market because there is a plethora of games out there. But what separates you from the other games? Is it your company name? It better not be. It better not be. Because there are a lot of really good products out there. Now, nothing's perfect in this industry. Sure enough, there's always going to be updates. There's always going to be fixes. There's always going to be adaptations. I agree with that. And I know that more than most people. However, it is your ability to offer the best quality in the upfront release of your product that you possibly can muster without depending on significant updates to plug the holes later on. If you put a boat out in the water with holes, it's going to sink before you can plug it to begin with. That ship's never going to leave the fucking dock. It's never going to sail. But if you have a ship that actually at least sails, right? And a couple of things start, malfunctioning, you port it, you fix it. Take it back on sea. There's always going to have to be, my grandfather was in the Navy. He's like, we always port. Why? We have to fuel. We have to make repairs. And then we set sail again. That sounds like a pretty good strategy, right? Except you never put a boat out in the water that isn't going to at least float. That's pointless. It's pointless. Why are you wasting money on something that isn't even going to sail? Yeah, real Scrooge move on their part. Yeah, absolutely, Cal. It was a total, like, dick move. And now I can't consciously, like, log in. Like, to me, it's like, what the hell? And people want to know what's the problem? Like, the companies want to know, what's the problem? What's the problem? We have to make a decision. We understand that. Timing is your problem. It's like, yes, you didn't come up, you didn't have a practical game plan together. It fell through. Oh my God, it went completely like blam. Like, okay, there went the whole idea. We're losing money. You know, we've got water coming in by the gallons. So we've got to go ahead and, you know, they can't even plug it now. They're just bailing ship. You know, this ship is, we're going to move people over here. We have a complete fleet, but this boat isn't going to make it. So we're only going to, it's like the Titanic. We only have enough lifeboats to sustain X amount of people because they didn't have enough lifeboats on the fucking vessel. You know, it's like, holy shit, man. Okay, we know the ship's going to sink. We know there are going to be casualties. We know this. However, you still didn't prepare for the shipping, you know, the ship to sink. You didn't even, you thought to yourself, there's no possible way. You have to be prepared. You have to understand. And people are like, well, it's easier said than done. How do you prepare for something like that? I don't know. You have to take the market and understand what your company's doing in volume and what you need to do to get there. Yo, what Daybreak do? They laid off 70 employees last week, Spartacus. Not only is it a dick move to lay off 70 employees before Christmas, but what does this say for the future content with 70 less employees? Right, absolutely. And they have no other product in development currently. You know, and I understand EverQuest Next took a hit for the company. It really did. It did. I get that. I understand that. I really, really do. Ryan, what's up, brother? How you doing, Ryan? To me, there's problems upon problems upon problems, and I don't know, man. I just feel like, honestly, like it's like what a last 2 months for the gaming industry, right? What a bounce it, dude. Oh shit, I have no pots. Oh my god, got me! Ah, shit! More than one! Oh, that was good, that was good, that was good. No pots, man. None. Zero. Mystic's going to be doing this without pots, boys and girls. Ain't got a pot. Pot! That's pissing. You're thinking it, so was I. I'll say it. Oh. Come on. Get your ass up there, yo! What are you doing? Oh, shit. Too late. God dang it! I hate when... See, we had that dude go up there by himself. You guys are... Come on. Keep letting red come in on him. Come on. Get back to my team. Whoa. Come on. What are they doing? Trust me, dude. You do not want to fuck with me in this. My team's getting all fucking cluster fucked. Don't want to hit me melee, motherfuckers. God dang it. sucks not having pots. No! God dang fucking red! Damn it, that's gonna hurt. Damn it! I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying! Give yourself some fucking heals, you dip-dips. God. Oh, looky. God, fuck, come on! How much are they healing themselves for? God damn it! Why would you drop? That's free kills right there. You don't drop unless you have to. Oh my fucking God. You fucking idiots. God, noobs. That's what this game's filled with. Fucking PvP noobs. Now you drop. God, heal yourselves, you dummies! Do you even have a fucking vigor? Do you have a heal? Do you know what a heal is? Holy fuck, good job, Purple. Good game. I wish I could say the same for my team, who's fucking walking around like a bunch of fucking idiots, not even being able to heal themselves. Holy fuck. I can't even heal you if you ain't got a fuck. Now here comes the red being completely stupid. You would think the red would know how to flank, but no, they don't. See, you don't flank the team that's not winning, you fucking morons. That's why you're on the bottom of the totem pole. These motherfuckers are fucking noobs. And they just handed fucking purple the win by doing it. Fucking A. GG. Let's see what my team's healing for. 43k? Are you out? No wonder you have 14 deaths. What the fuck are you doing with yourself? 43k healing? My animal can heal more than that. Oh, motherfuck. Good job. Jasper's always good. GG. JD for my team did really well. These motherfuckers were just completely clueless. Every goddamn person on red team, man. Why wouldn't he? Why? What's up? Let's see what's up. Robert, what's up? Nick, what's up? I'm doing very well. Thank you, Ryan. Well, they were overstaffed PlanetSide and EverQuest 2. Didn't need that many people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Spartacus. But what they should have done is actually done this prior to the holidays or after. I'm not, bashing on them for having to make the decision, but 2 weeks before Christmas? Like, what the fuck? What? Morning all, just dropping in before work. Day swamps me. I hope you have a good day at work, brother. Hate to say it, and Ice won't agree, but healers are making BGs almost unplayable. All you're getting is more and more pre-mades running AoEs and snares and healings getting old fast, yeah. Racer, what's up, brother? Zosh shouldn't have nerfed Major Defile as bad at now. Healing in this game, out of control, right? I agree. I don't have a problem with healing in itself, but the change to Defile was bizarre. Yo, Ali, what's up? How you doing? Now you can't kill a team if it has a competent healer. Yeah, well, and that's the funny thing, isn't it? When we're taking a look at healing, there has to be proper counter. We keep the Achilles heel of this game is we don't have PvP devs. We have PvE devs working on PvE and trying to implement the changes for PvP. And that's Roble. That's where I kind of give it, I kind of feel bad for Roble. I know a lot of people want to throw Roble under the bus, but honestly, the man's kind of like overwhelmed. You know, honestly, because they're not putting a person to say, hey, let's get somebody addressing the PvP counter issues and leave, one person to strictly the PvE elements, and then maybe we could get a better, performing product. Unfortunately, they were making the money. Their numbers are probably down now, given a number of scenarios. But honestly, when you're doing good, you justify the expenditure. You justify. If you're making money and you're within an acceptable profit margin, you put it in there. I'm not trying to disgrace anybody specifically, but you hired people. Why haven't you put somebody in the position of, specifically addressing the PvP elements? They have great content in the game. The game's excellent. This game's excellent for the content. But the problem where it struggles is between performance and proper counter. That's it. For PvP. It's just like these are some of the issues. These are some of the issues to address proper counter to either stats or abilities, giving classes the capability to properly have the option to have counter abilities, and especially healing. When we take a look at that, hey, I'm just saying, there's a lot of little things that add up. But I mean, the game's beautiful in its entirety. You have this very open world concept. You have a very good back lore. You have there's so many things you can do in this game. So there's a lot of pros going for Elder Scrolls Online, and it's gotten better than when it was first released. It was released in a questionable state, and we can anticipate some of that. I feel like the engine was kind of like, I understand that they picked Havoc for maybe their specific reasons. I don't feel like it was a solid multi-platform engine. And I feel like their problems with either networking or server related issues. I'm thinking more server related. The capacity in which they're whatever, because they have a mega server, and it's like, how's the cluster? How are the clusters set up in each of the grids? How is this all configured? It's very relative because we can see evidence of this. But PvE of the game is beautiful. Needs a little bit more TLC, graphic glitches. We have multitude of little things that add up in this game. Multitude. But overall, I feel like the game at least delivers what a lot of games are still having problems with. Like, this game is 70% better than Bless. Bless is like bleh. And now we have Ashes of Creation on the horizon. At least their PvP beta. They have a PvP beta coming in. I feel like Ashes of Creations looks really good. The problem, let's get into... Now, they have legendary developers in Ashes. Legendary. I'm talking big boys that's been in the industry for God for how long. Problem with Ashes of Creation is accessibility. They use the Unreal Engine, which is great, but they limited their market to what? To PC only. It's like that. Those days are gone, guys. Those days are gone. You're basically taking your product. You're like, look at our graphics, look at our combat, look how awesome it is. I'm like, I agree with 100%. I'm gonna love to see it. Is it going to do good? It'll do good. It's not going to do great because you just pigeonholed your entire market. It's like, why? Why did you do that? Why? Intrepid, what the fuck were you smoking? Why? You're coming into the new era of gaming. You better have accessibility on multi-platforms. It's the new way to go to maximize profit return. Why? Why, guys? If your game even does good, I don't know what your expenditure is. I have no idea. But why? Why would you do that? Even Black Desert's coming to consoles. God dang it. Now you can't kill it. Waiting for you to play more KOTOR and STO. Oh, yeah. KOTOR is pretty good. The console uses the Unreal Engine. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. And, the funny thing about it is, well, Intrepid, the full version of Ashes of Creation is coming out PC. And if you take a look at, like, the whatever, it's not even designed for controller interface. And I don't know if it can be. Because, once again, they overloaded the ability. They went almost traditional aspect with ability layout. Like, it's not turn. It's still a Twitch-based system. But they went completely overboard in ability layout. And... that is a telltale sign of just old school gamers thinking, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to, come out with this ability so this can do this and this and that. And it's like, no, God damn it, no, fuck, stop. You want accessibility, man. You want a compelling game. It looks great. This game looks really good coming out. But the one game I'm looking forward to, and I'm not a Battle Royale player, is that new mage game. Oh my god, it's just so, I forget the name of it, but oh my god, it looks so clean. The combat system looks so clean. I'm like, I hope they come out with a multi-platform. If they do, I think well, it depends where I'm at in my life. You know, I might not be gaming that much longer. We'll find out in about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. They probably don't want to jump through the hoops of Microsoft and Sony to do patches. Xbox allows keyboard and mouse now. Yeah, that's true, but the way they've configured it, it looks terrible. I see it more that companies test out popularity on PC before moving to console. Neverwinter, BDO, Terra, all examples. Might be too pricey to risk. No, it's not. Here's the do you know where more revenue is generated for ESO? Guess where the most revenue for this game lies? In console. They generate more revenue in console than they do on PC. They do. And the fact that they have it's gosh. Kush. Gotta give props up to the big old Kush.
They'll soon know the meaning of regret.
All right. Holy fuck. No! No, no, no! God dang, man! Everybody's running up. Stay together, just stay together, stay together. God dang, oh shit. Stay the fuck together, man. I don't care if I don't get all the killing blows. I really don't give a shit about that. What I give a shit about you wait. Ah! Come on. Oh, mommy. It's me, Kush. It was good, Kush. I was very son. Oh. Look at friggin' Sanjay. Sanjay is really good. Alright, let's go.
More blood to quench our blades.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Whoa! Damn it! They all turned around. They're like, fucking kill that bastard. Good team support. I think we got this one in the bag. I think. I could be kind of like, whatever. 17 assists. Feel good about it. Sand's making like he's MVP this game. Totally MVP. Bam! We do it! Not number one, number two. I'll take it. Way to go, Sam. Way to go. Good job. Good job. 300, that goes under. But look at Kush. Nobody did like an excessive amount of damage, but teamwork, just keeping together, watching each other's back, man. Really good gameplay, man. I really like that. It makes a difference, man. It really does. It really, really does. Yo, Rizzy, what's up, man? What you doing, Riz? I see yeah. True, but you forgot ESO came out 1 year later on consoles. This is true. But the way games are formatted, are they intentionally going to be designed for it up front? Can you port it? Off to a meeting. Spartacus, hit me up later. You take care, Robert. Have a good day, brother. You should know how hard it is to get suits to take risk. There's an overwhelming number of MMOs on PC. The suits will only risk moving the popular ones over. It seems way too risky profit-wise. The problem of it is the porting. Okay, so if we're taking a look now, I'll let you guys know this. Source code is relative to capable porting or adjusting code to port, right? So Unreal Engine, let's talk about Unreal. When you use an engine like Unreal and you configure the combat mechanics to have controller Even on PC, hypothetically speaking, we have PC-related capability that's set within controller application. Like Elder Scrolls was designed to go to consoles. They implemented the controller layout to be able to utilize the controller before they even ported it, right? So later they just had to port it using the engine, adjust, the source code or the OS, the operating code. So when you go from, as long as the source code or the coding's the same, okay, let's take a look at this. I mean, OS operating system, like going from like Linux. Let's take a look at Linux. Linux uses different, it's off the top of my head. But basically I can run any Windows software using Linux. But you can't say the same, right, with Microsoft, right? We can't. Why? Because of the way they have the emulator or the coding, that converts one code over to that platform or the operating system. Now, Unreal Engine does that. Unreal, you can port. All you have to do is implement the operating system, like for PlayStation or Xbox. So instead of using a Microsoft, right, 10 operating system, to open up the source code, you're basically using PlayStation to open up the source code. You're or the coding. You're using Xbox operating system to open up the game. So you're using all of this, like cross-platforming. A lot of people said cross-platforming is incapable. Bullshit! It's on the same server, just on a different partition. It's on a different partition of the server. It's on a different node. It's just set up on a different node or a section of the same server in the company that's hosting it. And it's like you're not telling me that bullshit. You can't tell me that bullshit. You can't. Any software can be adaptable, right? It's all basically the same coding. It's all C++ coding. It's all the same code. It's just the different applications, different software to open up the application. But how you configure your product in initial concept will let it be known if it's adaptable. How many combat abilities are you utilizing? Did you set up controller features? These are the questions. What's the specs? What's the required hardware that's going to be required to utilize this? Can the console do that? These are the questions. It's not a question of can it be done? Is it capable of sustaining it? Can the console sustain the software now? Is the engine able to can we port that code into the engine? Right? That's it. That's the funny thing. And when you come out with a product now, and I keep trying to tell people this, moving forward, it's about accessibility. If your company doesn't have the accessibility, you're losing you're losing potential money. You're losing revenue. You're losing market. True, and nowadays consoles are weaker than PCs. BDO wasn't made for console in mind. That's why they had such a hard time porting to consoles, getting the UI to work. Right, absolutely. Right. They had to implement it later. They're like, we didn't design it up front for that. Just trying to regain my motivation to continue PvPing in ESO. Yeah. So here's the bigger risk. Here's the bigger risk coming out with games in the future for companies. And I'll say this. And I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this a very, very long time. And I will tell you guys, the biggest risk for companies moving forward is, what platform aren't you on with this game? That's the question that needs to be asked moving forward. What platform are you not catering to? And is there potential consumers on that platform? And what platforms need to realize is, do we want to be, can we offer cross-platforming and gain the revenue in our market? So, for example, if I sell, I developed a game, and I say, okay, retail price is set between these two numbers. It's up then to that company, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Android, whoever, to decide. We have the low end of what they're willing, and we can adjust it up to this point on our market. We're getting a percentage of profits to sell on marketplace. So then they get a percentage of the retail. Right? So then now by doing that, it becomes questionable. Do we want to be able to access to permit cross-platforming? Because if we do, more players are going to play in a larger scale. And we'll gain more profit from the adjusted retail sale on our platform. And a lot of people don't look at that. It's like the companies still are being stubborn and they're losing money. It's like, are you guys being so stubborn in the competitive market that you don't understand from the developers and from the publishers, you're losing revenue? You're losing revenue. Everything's stream-based now. Nothing's like the new consoles coming out aren't even going to have a disc version. It's all going to be streamed. And the markets of the secondary or the third-party market, whether it be Steam, PlayStation market, Microsoft market, whatever the Play Store, they get a percentage of retail for the sales. So the adjusted cost is conditional. You know, this is what I keep trying to re-implement. So why they're not allowing cross-platform application is sometimes mind-boggling as fuck. It's like derp, 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 derp. And I'm like, wow, seriously, guys. I thought you guys were businessmen, not, just whatever. Okay, screw platform, let's get wasted. A perfect example of a game not made for console control or controller, but the developers created a great UI is STO. Yeah, it was a very good implemented. I want the new MMO like EverQuest on console. I forget the name, Paragon or Paladins. Yo, let PC come to PS4 on my mama's baby. They're going to get smacked. That's true. PS4 is the place for PvP. And that's what I keep trying to say, man. Welcome, Nader. I hope you're doing well. I hate Daybreak. Yeah, I can't bring myself to it anymore. It just sucks. I'm gonna end this stream. But I'm gonna end it on this. The thing what needs to happen in the future, if you're a company, is accessibility. And you better plan for it. You better know how to brand initially. You better be prepared. I'm not saying a PC exclusive game is a bad thing. I'm not saying an Xbox exclusive game is a bad thing. I'm not saying PlayStation exclusive game or Nintendo or whatever. The problem of it is you limit your exposure. And when you have a bigger audience to cater to, that's a win-win for not only the companies that create the consoles, but it keeps them in perspective. Everybody wants to try to go mobile. And mobile's not a bad thing, but hardcore gamers prefer their consoles. They prefer their PCs. They prefer the better quality experience. And mobile doesn't give them that. We're still probably 40 years from a full surround sound VR mobile universe in which gamers can experience that on the go. And until that moment, the companies have to realize that the current technology and the current gaming experience still relies in home entertainment. When people get off work, when they get home from school, they want to, their downtime, if they're gamers, they want to game in front of their big screens. They want their headsets. They want their mics. They're on hardcore mode. If they're streamers, they want their camera set up. It's a big market out there. It's not going to adjust for another 10 years, at least another decade. So while I do applaud games for developing mobile, or what I call, MOBs, MOB games, the funny thing about it is it's still only a very small portion of the market in comparison to the larger scale. There's bigger things ahead. We have the Nintendo Switch. It has a versatile application to it. It can be mobile, or it can be, set up in the home entertainment system. Problem of it is, it doesn't have a lot of relative products, and that needs to change for Nintendo. Nintendo needs to make that adaptation. So Nintendo has a very good product. The problem of it is how many games are accessible on that platform. So once again, man, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to come out and be, forward with what's going on and how companies need to understand you don't cheat your customers by copying and pasting. I understand, yes, a lot of the code's the same from one game to another. But you don't take a Skyrim Dragon and put it in the friggin' new Fallout 76, reskin a little bit of it, and expect players not to realize, hey, that's a fucking Skyrim Dragon. Put a little bit more customization in there. If you wanted to make a mutated Drake, that would have been cool, or a mutated large mutated bird of some sort, that would have been cool. But you took a Skyrim Dragon and you copied and pasted into Fallout. Don't cut corners like that. God damn it. You stupid fucks. Whoever made that decision should have been fucking fired. I can tell you, it was a fucking executive saying, let's cut and copy paste from these two games and we'll have a brand new game. No, you fucking moron. Don't fucking do that. You're cheating your customers. They smell that shit. And now the quality of your product's reflected. You dumb fucks. You can save some money here and there. God damn it, don't do it like that. Doink. And stop using an engine that can't host multi-platform. God, understand the limitations of your software. Understand it. Sometimes you have to concede. Sometimes you have to understand we can't get what we want out of this. We have to go somewhere else. We have to outsource. It's in your best interest sometimes. Common business practice would dictate if you want to maintain revenue. I don't know. Anyways, man. So I'm sorry to talk about business so much. But yeah, Daybreak, I'm canceling my sub. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I played WoW with a controller. Belair developed a system to work with a controller. It takes some getting used to, but it works. Still don't see WoW coming to console. I don't either. Not anytime soon. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm Mysticraven. This is Mystics MMOs. I want to thank all of you guys for supporting me. And as always, have a nice day.